Hi, I'm Sean O'Shea with Kawai America Corporation. I'm here at my home in Nashville, Tennessee. I'd like to help you owners and users of our new powerhouse digital pianos, the models CP1 and CP2, to get the most out of your instruments. In this session, let's talk about the ability to use a microphone. Questions always come up. People are asking me what type of microphone to get. I've got a real basic one that I got at a local department store. It was probably $25 or so. Nothing very special, but the one thing you want to make sure is that it's labeled high impedance. Generally, microphones are either high or low impedance. Your instrument should be high. And also, it would be best if you had this 1/4 inch sized input to go into the jack in the instrument. Another advantage for you will be to have an on-off switch, so you can quickly and easily just grab the microphone and switch back and forth without a lot of noise going on from the microphone. When it comes to mics, like anything else, you get what you pay for. This sounds like a $25 mic. If I spent $250, it would sound that much, more authentic and true. But for the sake of this demonstration, this will certainly do the trick. Now, plugging in, this is an important step. Down by the headphone jacks, there's a jack that's labeled microphone input. The first thing I want you to do, though, is to check the volume of your piano, your overall volume. Make sure it's about where you'd like it to be. And there's a volume knob next to that microphone input. Make sure it's turned all the way to the left or counterclockwise, so it's turned completely off. This is a really important safety. If accidentally that has been turned way up and you plug your microphone in and the microphone's aiming toward the speakers, you can get a horrible feedback sound. And actually, that can be very dangerous for your hearing. Okay? So before you plug it in, make sure that that's turned all the way off. Put the switch on the microphone, check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, check 1 2. And now as I bring this volume control up, it still sounds just like me except louder. Okay? And again, depending on how much you spend on a microphone, the quality level, the sound is going to be that much more authentic. Now, you may have heard people using microphones and they just sound really enhanced. That can be done in a number of ways. One is to change the equalization of the voice, meaning I could just right now bring out some higher tones or some lower tones in my voice and kind of manipulate my sound just a little bit. But right now I'm going to leave it flat and or what we call dry. Dry meaning that there are no effects. Speaking of effects, over on the right-hand side of the CP series, the CP1 and the CP2, there's microphone effects. Go ahead and touch that and you'll notice the change here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Preset under effects, and especially if you push and hold that screen, you can take a look at what's going on here on the screen. The reverb from the factory is set to about 50. I like to back it off to maybe 35-ish or so. I think that's what works for me. One other little note here. Let's talk about this feature, the gate. What that is kind of well, it's like a gatekeeper. Let's look at it that way. It protects the sound from coming into the microphone before you'd like it to. So let's treat sound on a scale of 0 to 100. From the factory, Kawai has decided that they're going to set it at 25. So the thinking here is that background noise won't feed back and come up through the microphone. I think for the average family or church or whoever that's going to use the microphone, the best setting for the gate is here down to 0. My thinking is that if you go to sing a very delicate phrase and you just start to sing a sound, we don't want to wait to pick up any of your tone. I want to hear anything and everything that you're going to say or sing. So turning this gate down to 0 before you the microphone is my idea of the best bet. And I work with some folks who don't agree with me, but that's just my tip for you. So we've got a little bit of reverb on the voice. We have nothing to keep all of the sound coming through. And there's some other really fun things that you can do with the microphone. If you push and hold this harmony button, you'll see a number of selections that come up. And I always joke around with people and say, you know, I'm not a really big, imposing guy. So I like to be taken more seriously when I speak, and I can change my voice to something like this. Hello? Whoops. Hello? Now you have to take me seriously when I speak. Or I can go in and change my voice to a woman and get more in touch with my feminine side, or be a little kid, la 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 la, or I can be a duck and say Aflac. But my favorite mode is the default mode where it comes up on the screen called vocoder. Vocoder effectively takes information from the keys and turns it into music. So what will happen is, as I'm playing something, let me just play a little something here. Let me shut this off. Do, 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 do. Now let's turn on that harmony and watch what happens. Do, 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 do. All of a sudden, I'm an entire barbershop quartet, or the Beach Boys, or the Carpenters, or the Everly Brothers, or whoever your group may be. And if you really want to dig down into the menu here, you can not only change your voice into silly things, but if you push these pages buttons, you can look at a number of different harmony combinations. Various quartets, jazz quartets, choral groups, trios, duos, entire octaves of voice, where you can have a voice an octave higher than you and an octave lower. So you may want to mess around with some of those and see which ones work for you. But again, right out of the box, right when you turn the instrument on, the default is this vocoder, which means when you touch harmony, anything that you're playing on the keys will tell the instrument to go ahead and harmonize around you. So anything that you're playing, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, it's just going to go ahead and harmonize. Now, one other thing, excuse me, I want to let you know that this instrument has some intelligence to it. It will actually take the timbre of your voice, and it has the brains to follow you. Let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to actually shut off the sound by disabling the parts here, so my keys aren't doing anything but giving information. Watch this. You hear all those voices moving? It knows the timbre of my voice, and it knows what's going on, and it has the brains to go ahead and move and harmonize in the perfect range for my particular style of music. This is a brilliant instrument. Now, next we're going to talk about what you can do after you've accessed this microphone, which is to record your voice, whether you're speaking or you're singing or both. And we'll cover that in another session about audio recording. For now, just plug in a microphone, pick one up just about anywhere, your local music store, and have a blast. By the way, you're welcome to email me with any questions you might have at SOSHEA, that's SOSHEA, at kawaius.com. We'll have some fun, we'll do some more things, and any questions you have, go ahead and shoot me an email. Thanks for watching. Have a blast with your CP1 or CP2.